Live from the campus of Bowling Green State University.
Hello everyone, and welcome to BG24 News. I'm Gabe Wagner, and today is March 9th. We begin our coverage with the developing news of Stone Foltz. The BGSU student died Sunday. Foltz was a sophomore at BGSU studying business. It's alleged Foltz is a victim of hazing that took place last week. Foltz was a pledge with the Pi Kappa Alpha fraternity. Foltz's family started a GoFundMe page for funeral and memorial costs. So far, the total money raised is nearly $33,000. Meanwhile, students today gathered on campus to protest hazing. The protesters assembled this morning near the university's Greek Village. They made their way towards BGSU President Rodney Rogers' office at the McFall Center. Students spoke out to share their experiences, and some people expressed their anger at the president for not being in attendance.
It's just cowardice. It's just they know they screwed up. They know that people are calling them out. It's cowardice, and that's all it simply is. I don't care that Rodney Rogers is at the governor. I don't care that he's with Mike DeWine, because he's not here. You're telling me he has the time to go to the governor in Columbus, and he can't make time to just send somebody here? That just sounds like crap to me.
A petition has been started for the removal of Pi Kappa Alpha from campus. Currently, the petition has over 4,000 signatures. On Thursday, Governor DeWine announced a plan to lift Ohio COVID restrictions. It requires 50 or fewer cases per 100,000 people for 2 weeks. Macy Austin went on campus to ask students how they felt.
Around this time last year, our country was beginning to shut down. Now, states like Florida are completely open back up. Governor DeWine announced that when Ohio reaches 50 cases per 100,000 people, restrictions will be lifted. Here's what students think.
I mean, it's not that he was just following suit with the other states, nor is he being a stick in the mud about it. I think he set a good middle ground standard saying, okay, we can follow suit if we, have this amount of healthy people and we can prove to be responsible about it. So
it's like, you have to be careful with opening up. I think there should be some standards that the states set to open up. But obviously it's like Texas and some of the other southern states, I can't disagree with that. It's definitely about time to move on with the stuff. So.
But I think you just still got to be smart about it. Like, you can't have large groups of 100 people not having masks on, but you kind of just have to go about your lives.
Students emphasize the importance of the COVID vaccine.
That'll definitely be good. That, along with I think it's herd immunity, when enough people have gotten it before that they have the antibodies. It definitely decreases the amount of people that could get it.
Get their lives back to normal. I know my grandparents, they've gotten their shots, and so they already feel more comfortable going to restaurants and stuff like that.
Reporting for BG24 News, I'm Macy Austin.
On campus, BGSU created Wild Pie to replace Marco's Pizza. However, student experiences at Wild Pie have caused some concerns. Reporter Stephen Iwanek has more on the pizza place's problems.
From raw dough to cold pizza, students across BGSU are frustrated with Wild Pie. Wild Pie is a new pizza branch located at the Union and Kreischer. Wild Pie also replaced Marco's after the fall 2020 semester. Since February, BGSU Dining has received over 20 complaints, and many more are being made on social media. One student, freshman Elizabeth Luke, spoke about her recent order that she received from the Union's Wild Pie.
Well, usually I only get pizza from there, and I know the wings are pretty good. My friend gets them all the time. But whenever I get the pizza, 90% of the time it's not cooked, at all.
Dining Services is aware of the recent issues and is working hard to improve Wild Pie's quality. BGSU's Director of Dining Services, John Zachridge, spoke about what BG is doing to curb the recent trend.
We find out kind of start to finish what could have caused it. So the more information we were getting back, one, we figured out it was the pans. We needed to get a thicker metal pan so it retained the heat, which helps it cook. And then also, like I mentioned, the chefs identified that for some of the sizes, it gets a little funky with the dough ball sizes. The other.
Stephen Iwanek, reporting for BG24 News.
Last week, we announced that WBGU-FM's Live and Loud is back. This week, Courtney Bryan goes behind the scenes of their next production.
Local musicians are getting the chance to perform again. The Live and Loud event is back with a different look. Previously, WBGU volunteers would have the artists come in every Tuesday. When the pandemic hit, everything stopped and volunteers dropped off. New director Ryan Cummings adapted the format for the weekly event.
When the pandemic hit, a lot of those volunteers dropped off because there wasn't a lot you could do. And then Phil gave me the job of being the boss, essentially, and I could hire a team of whoever I wanted. So I worked to hire a great team and, collaborate with Music Industry Club. And now it's the same format. It's just in a safe environment with a culture of respect, and we put it into a full show.
Local artist Trevor Fields had an opportunity to perform live ahead of the debut of his EP album.
The experience at Live and Loud was very comforting. I was very comfortable this whole day. I'm still very comfortable right now. Everybody's been so nice and inviting, and so it's definitely an experience that I will be happy to do again.
Everyone is able to watch the full performance and interview with the artists. A video of every artist who performed that month will go up on bgfalconmedia.com. Reporting for BG24, I'm Courtney Bryan.
The next Live and Loud production premieres on April 5th. Follow at WBGU-FM on Instagram to keep up with the program. And for sports, football season is still 5 months away, but BGSU's team is getting an early start. Bowling Green State University's spring football practice begins today. 2020 was a rough year for the Falcons. They finished the season 0-5, but head coach Scott Leffler has his guys in the weight room getting stronger every day.
Our number one spring goal still is strength. Regardless that we're entering a practice mode here, we're taking a total different approach in regards to strength.
BGSU announced its schedule 2 weeks ago. They opened the season September 4th at Tennessee. That's all for today. Thank you for joining us. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at BG24TV or find more of our content at bgfalconmedia.com. We'll see you next week.